Hello everyone, welcome back to Vyntris. We just wanted to show you one of the little features here. So as you've seen in a lot of our videos, the color changes the colors on the screen keep changing, and we want to show everybody how to do that. So um, while you can set the colors for a brand and you can set the colors for a domain, you can also set your personal colors, which will override everything. So no matter what anybody else has set the colors to, you can override the colors and make them your own. And I'll show you how to do that. You just go up here to your menu, click that, and go to your profile. Okay, and I'll open that in just another tab. Okay, we hop over here, we scroll down, and this is all your colors. Now, these colors are just for you. So you can change these colors, but you need to make sure you check this little box. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off just so you can see how this works. And it goes back to the default Vyntris colors. So let me refresh. And now we're back on the default colors. If I go into my domains and I check my domain, it's going to be using the default color scheme, okay, for everything. So that's how you can change your colors to be whatever you want. So I said, if you want to go in here, play around with it, I'll turn this back on, save my colors, refresh my screen, and you'll see that inside the domain, anywhere I go, it will use my custom colors. Okay, so that's how you can make your own colors so you're not stuck with any color scheme. You're not stuck with a light, you're not stuck with a dark. You can make this any way you want. Just be very careful when you're playing with these colors because sometimes it's hard to know exactly which colors are gonna work where. So just bear that in mind. Save your colors. Have another tab open. Refresh. See if you like it. I tend to like this color. Let me just kind of show you how it changes here. So we'll go with that, and we'll go with another dark in the yellow frame. Maybe like this here, and we'll save. And there we go. Right, so you can really start to play around and make this any way you want. Um, Whatever best fits your particular taste. Let's go with that. Okay, kind of lined it up a little bit. So, dull the colors down so they're not so bright. And again, it works across every view inside of Vyntris. So any colors that you like, you're able to work with Vyntris so you're not stuck with anything any branding colors that have been preset for you. You can override them by going into your color settings and using your personal colors. Now, for anybody who wants to set a brand color, you can go into your brands, and inside your brands, you're going to have another settings button right here. And if somebody doesn't have their personal colors turned on, you can set branding colors. Let me show you how that works real quick. So let's just go with a red. We'll go with uh, a red there, maybe a little bit darker. Okay, and now you're going to see it didn't work here, but that's because I have my personal colors on. So I'm going to turn off my personal colors. Okay, now this is going to show our default Vyntris colors. And if I go into my brand, the brand is going to show the branded colors, right? So if I leave the brand, though, it will go back to the Vyntris colors because, again, once I have my custom colors turned off and I'm outside the brand. So just another way you can set your branding to make your branding match your website or match maybe just a color scheme you want. When people log into your brand, if you're using the custom domain, right, for your brand, side of settings, right? You can set a custom domain for your brand so people can log directly into your brand and skip Vyntris altogether. Um, if you do that inside the custom domains, they're going to see whatever colors you have set for your brand. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys get a chance to play around with this. Let's just see if we can make this a little bit better here. Okay, there we go. Um, and the buttons are fine. You can change the text on the buttons here. We did name everything. So again, play around with it. See how you like it. Set your brand colors. You can also do this inside of a workspace. I'll go ahead and show you that real quick too. So let's hop into a workspace, brand. So because this workspace, this domain is inside this brand, it's going to take in the brand's colors. But you can override those again. Again, you can override them with your personal colors, okay? Or you can actually set another whole nother color scheme just for your workspace alone. So make sure you uncheck this so it's not going to inherit the brand's colors. And let's make this like a light blue, teal color. Okay. And now your workspace has its own color scheme here. Okay. So your workspace can have a color scheme. Your brand, I'll hop back over into the brands so you can see that. Your brand can have a color scheme, and your personal look can have a color scheme as well. But remember, if you turn on your personal colors, it's going to override the brand and it's going to override the workspace. So just bear that in mind when you're playing around with different colors and different uh, looks for your dashboard or for what you want to see on your screen. Your personal profile is going to override everything when it comes to the colors.